In every Animal Crossing game, we're used to the same content cycling back around each and every year. This included things like major holidays within the game, but Animal Crossing New Horizons did it a little bit differently. Since the game updated to add in new content that was often time-locked, this meant we had a kind of live service for Animal Crossing New Horizons. And given that many things happened in real-world time, that means that some content within the game happened once and then never again. A good example of this would be the Nature Day event, which happened back in 2020 and then never ever happened again. This was a fairly simple event which allowed you to collect more Nook Miles than usual by doing gardening related tasks around your island, and it was mostly added in to celebrate the new update. Therefore, it seems like Nintendo's logic here was just to have it in one time to promote the new update so that more people would feel enticed to play and that they wouldn't need it for future years. So players who didn't get to enjoy this would never get to play this again, even if they time traveled back to 2020. It just wasn't possible, it's completely gone. However, not everything happening only one time is bad. For example, the original Bunny Day event only happened once and then never again, much to the delight of many Animal Crossing players. After all, the original Bunny Day event was fairly flawed and many players complained about it. The rates at which you would see eggs around your island was much higher, and it felt like this event honestly went on forever and ever. So Nintendo actually listened and took the time to improve this event for future updates. And although it was fairly similar to the original, if you wanted to play the exact original version of Bunny Day, that is no longer possible in Animal Crossing New Horizons. And again, it's not like you can rewind your clock back to experience the event like how it was in 2020. Nintendo has changed this and now it is the way it is forever basically. Honestly though, I'm not entirely sure who would want to go back and play the original 2020 Bunny Day. Maybe you really liked getting those eggs. Personally though, I wasn't a fan of it and I'm glad that this version is over for good and we can now experience a much better version in my opinion, even if it does still go on for quite a long time. Speaking of the updates that we got, for almost every update when the game first came out, we would actually get a free gift from Nintendo in the mail, and this is basically a one and done thing. That means that if you weren't there to get this gift from Nintendo, you can never get that gift again. Now, technically, you can go out and buy these items and obtain them in other various ways, but I'm specifically referring to the fact that Nintendo will not send these out to you as a gift, as they were there to celebrate the free updates. That means that for a lot of us who've been playing since the very start, we just have these items sitting around in our inventory, they're chilling there and they have been for a long time. But for players who maybe start playing now or who have really started playing since the 2.0 update, they won't know what these free gifts are as they just won't be able to get them from Nintendo. That is over with, sadly. Personally, I think it would have been great if Nintendo kept giving these gifts out, but for some reason they decided to stop it and we didn't even get one for the 2.0 update. I guess the 2.0 update in itself was kind of a free gift from Nintendo, but still, I really like these little items that they gave, and it's a shame that for newer players, they'll have to find other ways to obtain these gift items, often through Nook shopping with their own bells. I'm definitely really glad though that they didn't make these gifts unobtainable, because that wouldn't have been very fair, especially given that as players we really only got one to ourselves, so trading them out with others would have been really difficult. Before we continue with the video, I wanted to say that this video is sponsored by Disney Emoji Blitz. You can download the game for free using my link in the video description. I'm also hosting a giveaway for playing the game, so stay tuned for more details. Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other match-free game. Each emoji has its own unique power-ups and you control what to use, letting you strategize with each game that you play. I love the Mandalorian, so Mando is definitely my favorite emoji, and he's just one of many that you can collect. You can also use the emojis to text your friends, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And for you collectors out there, there's a lot for you to get your hands on, and the game is always getting updated with more emojis. Use my link down in the description to download the game. The link works as a creator code, so anything you spend within the game will help support me and the content that I make here on this channel. I'll also be hosting a giveaway over on Instagram to reward you for playing the game. I'll be giving away a $30 Amazon card, and to enter all you have to do is download the game using my link, get to level 20, screenshot that, send it to me on Instagram. If you've entered one of these giveaways in the past, you'll need to get to level 25 as a part of a new challenge. And once again, thank you to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring this video. So this is actually outside of the game, but I'm incredibly sad that this was a one and done type thing. This was Nintendo's Island Tour creator service, which would actually connect with Animal Crossing New Horizons. It was a special website set up Nintendo where basically you could make a little video to show off your island and share it around on social media. It would also share your dream address. But sadly, I learned that this is actually gone, and now it's gone forever. In fact, this service didn't even last an entire year. It was added, I believe, in March 2021, and then it was removed around December time. So yeah, sadly, if players didn't get to experience this and enjoy this really cool sort of external feature related to the game, they can no longer do so. It is gone. Don't get me wrong, I'm not that sad about this. It's not like having a removed feature or something like that, but still, it was really neat, and I saw a lot of people using it. Funnily enough, given this is a list about things that were kind of one and done in Animal Crossing New Horizons, I do generally think that people probably tried this out once and then never again and completely forgot about it, so that's probably why Nintendo didn't keep it up. But I like this. What harm would it have caused to keep it up? I definitely don't want to hear that Nintendo doesn't have the money to keep the servers up, because we all know that isn't true. Now, this technically is something that you can still do in Animal Crossing New Horizons. It isn't gone completely, but it is something that typically players will do once and then it never appears again, which is really odd to me. This is the quest within the game's main story mode, where you'll actually have to create certain items to get villagers to move in. You'll have to drop them off into a drop box, and only then will certain villagers decide to move to your island. Now, like I said, if you were to restart your game, you could still enjoy this feature. It's still within Animal Crossing New Horizons. But the fact that you can keep getting villagers on your island, but you never need to do this quest again for any of the other houses, is really odd to me. Honestly, I think this feature is really cool, and if you had to keep meeting certain requirements to get your villagers on the island, it would definitely give more longevity to the game. The feature is sitting there. Nintendo had to take the time to build this and get it working in the game, yet they only really use it once, so it's just really strange to me that they didn't decide to use this more when they easily could have. Another one that's very similar to this is the fact that you only get to craft a bridge once in the entire game, and then from then out you can just get them from Tom Nook. I feel like it would have been a really neat idea if you actually had to use the crafting feature to make your bridges like you do initially. I do get that these are designed to be crafting tutorials for players so they can get a grip on how to craft some bigger, more resource extensive items and such, but I don't know, I feel like it's kind of underutilized in this game and they could definitely do more with crafting. After all, buying them from Tom Nook is really easy to do. You just need to get the bells, which basically everyone has millions and millions of. So if you actually had to get the materials to craft a bridge, I feel like that would give players more to do and again would increase the longevity of the game. And once again, the feature is there, so the fact that they only use this once and then it's completely done with, I don't know, I don't like that. But let me know in the comment section down below, what things have you noticed in Animal Crossing New Horizons that only happen one time and then never again? It's always sad to think about these things that maybe we missed out on, but it's also cool to see just how far Animal Crossing New Horizons has come. After all, the updates for the game were amazing and they added way more good things than they took out things. If you made it to the end, then be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know that you did. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more Animal Crossing videos. I want to say thank you to these channel members for supporting me and the content that I make here. Their contributions allow me to keep making videos. If you want to support these videos and get some great perks for doing so, like access to our members only Discord, exclusive Bob emojis, and much more, then click the join button down below the video or the link in the description.